And with losing to Atletico Madrid in an embarrassing way, 4-0 at the Metropolitano, and then we lose against Girona, a relegation side, 2-1. It was terrible. It was not a great feeling. Barcelona is about to, it has one foot out the door when it comes to leaving the Copa del Rey competition. And then they have fallen to second place, allowing Penalty FC to return to the top of the league. It has been terrible. A lot of Barcelona fans are not feeling Hansi Flick. They're over criticizing and have lost a lot of faith, but I feel like it's coming from a very bad point. The perspective at the end of the day should be Flick hasn't had the backing that he needs. Barcelona is still struggling financially. He has lost Indigo Martin. He left one of the biggest key players for Barcelona's defense last season. He was a veteran, a leader on the pitch. He gave Kubarsi so much comfortability. Only 19. And Araujo, with his terrible decision making and his mental issues, not saying that it's a bad thing. He has his mental issues. Mental health is no joke. The thing is, when it comes to playing at Barcelona, you have to be willing to take the pressure. And it looks like Araujo cannot handle the pressure. He should be there. He should be leading this back four. This back line is struggling because they have no leader. How are you going to put so much blame and hyper focus on Barcy, a 19-year-old? We got to relax. Every Barcelona fan needs to relax. It has been terrible. But listen, the month of February is coming to an end, and a lot of news is coming out. As of today, with it being February 20th, we are 8 days away from March. March will be a very big milestone. We have 3 games that are going to be played soon. First, Levante on Sunday. After losing to Girona on Monday, the Barcelona team was able to recharge. They were able to relax for about 6 days. They were going on so much game time, playing a football game, full 90 minutes every 3 days with a tired team, a young team. You're going to lose. That's just the bottom line. It will happen. And the manner you lose is different. For sure, that Atletico Madrid game was embarrassing. It is what it is. But this team can remontar. They can. They will, and I believe in them. The big thing we really got to talk about, first of all, is there's 3 big players that are coming back into the team. They were in training, Pedri and Rashford. Those two big team players will be those
Tight,
two
tight,
players
tight,
have come
yeah.
back and are in training. They're
Oh,
looking fresh. I do not want them to start against Levante. I think we should still let them rest, ease them in. We all know what we need them for. We need those two ready for Atletico Madrid because we still have about 14 days before that game is even played. Because Levante is first come Sunday, and then Villarreal. Those 2 games are pivotal so that Barcelona can retake top of the table. Because I see Real Madrid still dropping points. They will. They have teams that they have to go up against away that they need to win. And Real Madrid does not have a good record away. They always struggle away because whenever they are away, referees don't help as much. Another player that has came back who I have dearly missed, Gavi. Wow, it has been so long since we have seen Gavi or even spoken of Gavi. He was out for a huge injury that he took, unfortunately. But look, he's back in training. Hopefully, they ease him in. We may see him in some game time come March. I don't think he'll play any time in February. I don't hope so because we don't want him to get injured. Same thing, they're trying to protect Mark Bernal. But Gavi on the field, he has so much heart. And he is Barcelona through and through. That guy at the next Clásico, he is going to rattle those Madrid players. He is such a good person to have. Same as Casado, the fire, everything there those 2 players have on the field. It's like having a fan there because they bleed Barcelona through and through. Sensational. Now it looks like UEFA has fined Barcelona for whenever they played against Slavia Praga in Praga. They fined them because there was fans that showed up to that game and they lit flares. Bro, we are already broke. Why are UEFA, please? We have no money. Quit trying to fine us for every little thing. Oh, it's terrible. It's terrible. We broke, we're struggling, but Barcelona is still in all competitions. I know it's a crazy thing to say, but we can genuinely talk about possibly winning a treble. Possibly. Obviously, we got one foot out the door in the Copa del Rey. We have to go and win against Atletico Madrid, but it is at home. Magical things happen at the Camp Nou. Magical things. Big players coming back. You have to believe here. Back the team. Even if you don't believe, have hope. Because at the end of the day, they have done it. Barcelona is the one team that you can bet on to possibly come back. Now, sometimes they choke. Not saying they don't choke, but that's when they have leads. But whenever they need to chase, they're willing to put in the work. They are willing to. So many good things coming out. So many good things. It's on the upturn. Even in the last training session that they had, Flick had a meeting with them, an emergency meeting per se. They were talking with the players, Hansi Flick was, and they just pretty much, had a discussion about the high line and what's going on with the pressure and everything. We all can tell in the latest games, they have been tired. They are fatigued. There's nothing that they can do about that. We have no reinforcements. We don't. We genuinely do not. We are running so thin. Any more injuries is a terrible thing for Hansi because that would really be catastrophic for the season. There's only 4 months left in the season. 4 months left. That tells you a lot. These next games will be pivotal to the season. Now, either way, they've already won Supercopa de España. We all know what we want this season. The UEFA Champions League. A terrible semifinal exit last season. It was heartbreaking. It was traumatic, but I can't ignore the amount of joy I had thanks to Hansi Flick. It's been a long time since we've been to a semifinal. Since 2019, Barcelona did not come close to a semifinal under Koeman, under Xavi Hernandez. Even Xavi was robbed in quarterfinals. They were playing in Europa, getting knocked out in the group stages of the Champions League. It has been terrible at the beginning of the 2020 decade. But thanks to Hansi Flick, he has elevated the expectations of the Barcelona fan. Everyone knows this. We have to be calma. Just calma. I back this manager. I will. Hopefully, come the summer of 2026, there is some money allocated for Flick so he can go buy whatever he needs. Obviously, we need a striker. We need a killer because, in my opinion, it's time. It's wraps. He has been here for 4 seasons and he has not improved. His clinicalness is terrible. He only scores when it's not really needed to just stat pad. When we need a goal, he's not the one scoring. It's either Rafinha, who's so clinical, who I appreciate. His first 2 years were a struggle. They were, but he has come into form. He should have won the last year's Balón de Oro. He should have won it. I don't know how Dembele won it. Rafinha should have won it. Lamine Yamal, genuinely, at the young age of 18, going on to 19 this year, still looking like the best player in the world. Phenomenal. He is. But we just don't have a killer at the 9. I love Lewandowski. It's just that he's old. He's old. He cannot beat Father Time. That's just a sad thing. Because even at his age, he's still doing the most, and I love it and appreciate him. But Ferran Torres, it's done. It's wraps. What we need to do in the summer is up to Deco. He needs to figure it out. He really does. We need reinforcements. But let's talk about Levante first, because we have to take it game by game. Real Madrid plays on Saturday. They play on Saturday. They have to go away to Osasuna. They still have a big game they have to play against Benfica. They're only 1-0 up. They could actually go out of the Champions League. And you could speak to any Madrid fan. Their main focus every season is the Champions League. It is through and through. As soon as they get knocked out of the Champions League, they really don't care about any other competition. They don't. So right now, even if they are top of the table, they're not going to try their absolute best or even play their absolute best. They won't. They will most likely rest a lot of players because they gotta go. They gotta play Benfica come Tuesday. and I can still see a draw. Osasuna is not a terrible team. It is not, especially at their home. They can make Real Madrid struggle because the thing about Real Madrid, they have so many dips. They'll try, they'll press, and then they'll stop. I don't know if it's fatigue. I don't know if they just don't want to. Mentality wise, Real Madrid still, in my opinion, is very fragile. Very fragile. Very fragile. Even with their manager, with their bounce back manager and Arbeloa, I don't see it happen. Trust. Barcelona will still take this La Liga title. They are having to fight corruption because Real Madrid is getting all the help from the La Liga Federation. They are. They are helping them as much as they can because those refs will call penalties to a certain degree for Real Madrid in favor of them. But when it comes to Barcelona, they are disallowing their goals. They're taking 10 minutes to find a reasoning for why they should disallow this goal. It's just the truth. We can't deny it. It's just the truth. But I will make a more video on that, on like how the title race has been artificial. Because this is such an artificial title race. I do not believe Real Madrid should even be number 2. I genuinely think Atletico or Villarreal, because they're the only two that have actually been playing really good football and attacking and actually wanting to win their games without cheating. It is what it is, though. But Levante, my prediction, I see a 3-2. I still think we're fragile at the back line. I don't see a clean sheet. But depending on who starts, especially in the midfield, that's been our weakest point, the midfield. As Young has tried his hardest to take care of the midfield, he can't cover the entire field. He can't. Casado, I love him. I genuinely do. I love his heart. I love his dedication. I love his work rate. But he just does not have the technique enough. I don't know if he needs to grow, what's going on with him, but he needs to improve, and he needs to improve quickly. But let me know what your thoughts are. I really want to hear more from people. I really do. Like, do you believe if we can still win this league? Are you flick in? Are you flick out? Because some people are flick out for some reason. Me, I will never get on that boat. I'm never going to be in the ship of get Flick out of this managerial position. Flick has been one of the best managers that we've had since Luis Enrique. Respectfully. I mean, Xavi Hernandez, I love him. He did. He created the foundation to where Flick is able to improve because he brought a lot of academy players. And that's literally what Flick is playing with. He's playing with generally kids. They're young as hell. One of the youngest teams in Europe. But let's go. The treble is on. It's possible. Still in all comps. I know it seems like there's no chance in hell, but you gotta believe somewhat.